Well, good afternoon to you all. Welcome to Flip TV. And it's been a while. I've been on Flip TV with you. I'm so sorry for the all time break short that I've taken so far. Well, welcome to my episode today. And my guest for today is Madam Grandma Mrs. Abimbola George. You're welcome to Flip TV, ma.
Nice having you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to receive you today. Well, looking at what is confronting Nigerian youth today, you being here, I would like you to tell us, to enlighten us better, reflecting your youth age with what is confronting Nigerian youth nowadays.
Yeah, Abimbola George, like you said, a mentor, a mom, an activist of the growing rights of children. And like you have rightly asked, how do I compare my own childhood with what Nigerian youths are facing now? Well, there's an adage that says, the more thing looks as if it is changing, the more it looks the same. There is a little bit of a difference, but not much, because we're still born by parents. We still have to go through the training. We have to go through school. We have to mature and then make our own decisions in life. So the youths of today still have all these options. You grow with your parents, you go to school, you mature, and you have your own life to decide what you want to do with it. So basically, it's still the same. Although the changes people are talking about refers to a lot of things that is going on today that wasn't going on in the past. That wasn't going on in the past. The crime rates have increased. Youths now are more after snappy money, quick money. Parents themselves are too engaged to give the kind of training that our parents at that time gave. So the whole thing is now compounding the problem, and our youths are really having a difficult time looking into the future.
Thank you so much, ma. But do you think that Nigeria elders are living good example for our youth to depend on in the future?
Some Nigerian elders are leading good life and living good examples. Some, but not all. I'll tell you a major difference that may make you think that Nigerian elders are not leaving a good legacy for their children. I think in our own age, our parents are more responsible. They have a lot of children, but they struggle to bring them up in the right way. These days, the problem is compounded. The parents lack money. Now they're having a lot of children and they are out of control. That is a major difference between training children then and training children now.
Okay, so looking at what is trending, as you said, training children then and now, is there any difference? As in, what are the differences that we need to look at, tackle nowadays with our youth? For example, let me make use of ASU strike. ASU strike has been going on for almost 7 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't mean that is the only solution, going on strike. What is your take, ma'am?
It's a good question, because I myself expect the elders, the controllers of education, all the stakeholders in the educative system should have come to a compromise. Life is a compromise. I'm very sure if we look at all the parameters into the strike, all of them have faults. But then when you consider the life of these children, that is so important for the future of Nigeria that you are participating in now, we will come to a compromise table.
And maybe that's because majority of the children are not schooling in Nigeria, and those hassle students, they are less concerned about it, because that's how I feel, ma. Because look at the pupils, the students now have been going here and there. Majority are into fraudulent acts. Majority are just, wasting away time. And their own children are not actually schooling in Nigeria. So does it mean that our leaders, our government are encouraging education abroad Nigeria? If you don't even have the capacity to school in Nigeria, you should be expecting strikes anytime.
Well, that's not true. If even our elders or the government feels that because they send their own children out, they should not take proper care of the education system in Nigeria, then they are very, very wrong. They are not laying a good legacy for the next generation. I remember I went to the US to do my university. I attended primary school, Cathedral School in Lagos, in Nigeria. Went to Reagan Memorial Baptist Girls School, Yaba. Before you even think of venturing to go out, this is the foundation that we used to make it in life. We will never amount to anything in America if you have not taken the training in Nigeria. So for our leaders thinking that because their own children are out, good education doesn't belong to Nigeria, no one is going to accept that from them. And there has to be a change of mindset.
So what do the youth do in this situation? The youths are at home. ASU students are roaming around, wasting our time. Ma, mommy, mentor, grandma, please, what do we do as youths?
The youths have so many options. I see many of them frustrated now, but I always tell them frustration is not a way out. Don't be frustrated. In life, you deal with whatever situation you find yourself. That is the kind of training that we have. We've been told life is tough, and sometimes it dishes out things that really doesn't fit you. But as a trained and matured person, you have to sit and look, which avenue can I explore this my situation to my benefit? You are a graduate. You can't get a job. Continue to apply. Don't stop. Secondly, engage yourself in something that is money producing. One secret I want to give to you as an adult is that anything you are doing that is a service to somebody else, that is going to make the life of somebody else better, you are going to make money from it. So you should start exploring all avenues. How can I do this to affect people? How can I do this to make certain group of people happy? As you explore these options and do some things about it, you are going to make money. I will not like our youth to stick with this government. Yes, government used to be good, but no more. So don't sit and wait for them. Invent your own world. But I see that has an handicap in Nigeria. Many graduates feel because they are graduates, they cannot come to a certain level to do certain things. That's a lie of the devil. When we go to US, to America, or to London, to anywhere you want to go to their university. It is the same transcript they got from Nigeria that they're going to accept you on. So while you are in there, you do so many other menial things. When we graduated and they say there is no white collar job, so many graduates in America are driving taxi. So many graduates in America are cleaning floors. It is not their wish, but that is the circumstance in which they find themselves. And I'm going to use that example to talk to our youth to please come down from your high horse. Come down a little bit from your high horse. Things are going to change, but give it what it takes. If it's cleaning shoes that will make you survive for the day, please start cleaning it. You will have a story to tell after your success. When you are successful, you will be bold and brave enough to tell people how far you have come. That's what I will encourage our youth to do. You can't wait for the government, because the government we have now doesn't seem to be thinking about you. But I'm praying that as the election is coming, all of us, our eyes are open, and change will come. When? I'm not God, but I believe the more of us that see the truth, the better it will be for Nigeria.
Thank you so much, mentor. Thank you so much. Mommy, I want you to elaborate, enlighten us. In the area of rating influence of wealth, riches in Nigeria among the youth, there's no employment. Majority, when you struggle, look at the ASU strike, you struggle hard and everywhere. Not all are just sitting at home. Majority of the youth, during the school hour, they take the break, they go and do several other things to make things work for them. But above all, after the whole scenario, all effort and struggle, they are just handicapped, not having a job, unemployment, working on line, going to a company several times. So how do we expatiate this?
It's life. You want to listen to me?
But does this happen in the United States? In Chicago when you were there?
It's life. It happens. Life happens. There are people, I would like to say one side, it doesn't really matter to us. But look at the way foreigners are encouraged, are employed in the foreign countries. We get jobs because we bring our standard down. We can do anything to get money. And I've advised the youth that strategy works for a while.
A majority are going into fraudulent acts.
They don't need to go to fraudulent acts.
Because they have tried every
that
effort.
Goes back to the training. I'm telling you, a child that is well trained, train your child in the way it should go, the Bible says. And it will not depart from that way. I'm very sorry, interviewer. There is nothing you can do to make me steal. There are some of us that have this thing imbibed in our spirit and in our lives, that it is not a way forward. And not all our youths are doing it. I know in my church, we encourage a lot of these youths. Yes, you are graduate of this, graduate of that. Go to tailoring, go to carpentry, go to designing, go to whatever.
Okay, but mommy, majority of the youths are trying to go into farming. But when they get into this, the farm, there are a lot of bandits, killers.
Yes.
Lots. Okay, in this situation, people are not encouraged to go into farming because of fear. Because anything happens everywhere and there, bandits. Does that mean our government cannot stop these bandits or talk to these bandits or put an end to these scenarios of killings in Nigeria? What is your take, Mom?
It is a political game. To me, I think this banditry, from the rumors we're hearing, is a political game. And agriculture is one that is affected most. So, when I was mentioning a whole lot of professions that these graduates can learn as an additional thing, I didn't go to agriculture. It's because of this insecurity. because some of them will get loan to start something. When the bandits come, you are still the loan is still hanging on your own neck, and you have to pay back. So for now, the bandits is a big problem for Nigeria, and I don't know. I'm not a politician. They ought to be able to do something, but they haven't. So what do? We're not going to kill ourselves.
You are one of our leaders.
Yes.
Elders in Nigeria.
I'm not a politician though.
Okay. So in your own view, what will you say to these our elders, politicians, to do, or like an opinion or concerning the bandits in Nigeria that is really polluting Nigeria nowadays?
We have complained so much about the security outfit, from the Navy down to the Air Force, down to the military, down to the police, down to the LASMA. All of them have a part to play. Can they come to the table and figure out how to solve this problem, which they have not been able to do? Everybody wants to do their own in a scattered fashion. So when the bandits see it's police that is in this point, they have their tactics. When it is the army that is in another checkpoint, they have their tactics. They are designing things against us. And I feel the only way is if all our security outfit comes to the table, and without selfish mind, in the interest of our children, say the truth and find a solution to banditry. Otherwise, let us wait for them in 2023. Youths, rise up. You have an influence. You don't have to have money to make a change in Nigeria. Let us open our eyes and make sure we don't send anybody that doesn't have integrity into government. I think we will feel better.
So how can youth make this drastic change? Okay, come 2023, let's go into the details. 2023 election is coming up. Campaign start this month. So what do the youth have to do?
Maybe you are not aware of it, but the parents or the interested activists have started so many youth platforms where we are encouraging the youth that it is not a matter of money. Let your voice be heard. You exist. You are alive. You are a Nigerian. You are part of this system. You must contribute. And with all these youth platforms, they will ultimately align themselves with some political people. I don't know which. As we are doing things that are right, we ought to be praying. Whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you're a pagan, you're a herbalist, we all in Nigeria believe in God. That's one thing I can assure you. Let's start calling on God. No matter what our decision is, we will be able to move forward. The way Nigeria is today, we're not moving forward.
Okay, Ma, looking at, say, what you just said now, yes. But do you know that our youth have been trying since last year, 2 years now? Our youth have they really have been doing it so much in the nation. But look at what happened. For example, look at the NSAS. Look at what happened. Majority were killed, even from ordered by the government. So what do you say to this? Majority are so afraid, as in coming out large to represent the nation, to vote like at large. Majority are just thinking about the past.
We have to encourage them to register.
I know.
Register. That's your voice. Register and make your own decision truthfully. Who do you see has integrity? In the past, a lot of things have gone wrong. One big man with big agbada will come to the neighborhood with 20 kg bags of rice. And then you give it to this household. Some of the household will eat it twice or 3 times. Rice is finished. They are doing a lot of sensitization. I'm aware that some organizations are doing a lot of sensitization as to this. Don't be fooled. And we are saying it now. Don't follow people just because they gave you 2,000. We want a change that will make Nigeria habitable, that all of us will be able to live in it happily. If we want that, we have to start thinking. Register to vote. Let it be your choice from your mind that you see this guy has integrity, has truthfulness. What are your plans? What are you going to do for my neighborhood? Whether it's on the local government level, it's on the state level, or on the federal level. Let us start asking them questions, because we are going to hold them accountable.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, in this perspective now, Jonathan Goodluck, our former president, came out and started encouraging the youth. He made reference about engineering the mindsets of our youth to make differences, and as well to leave our differences and face the issues that bind us. Okay, with this statement of Jonathan Goodluck, what will you have to say? Is laying emphasis on, in Nigeria we want to have a divided nation. We want to divide the nation to Yoruba nation, Igbo nation, and this. So, and now Goodluck to have come in that form, saying that we should face the issues that bind us, like not encouraging division or so. So, in this area, what will you say?
One thing I want to tell us as Nigerians is that if we divide, it's going to be more problems. But people have a right to have their own opinion. We have come this far, and our problem is not with ourselves, because I have a lot of Hausa friends and I have a lot of Igbo friends, and nothing is wrong with us. And I'm a Yoruba, and nothing is wrong with us. But these politicians that use our differences to divide us, can we be smart enough to beat them to it? Can we be smart enough? When we figure it, when we sit down and see, you will see that it is not your neighbor that is your enemy. So why do we want to be fighting? It's political and a game. And the more of us that are armed with wisdom, we will beat them to it.
Yeah, for those of you watching us at home, please, if you have any question or you want to call Mrs. Abimbola George to ask her a question, kindly call us now on our telephone. And as well, you can give your comments or ask your question online live, and we will appreciate that. So, Ma, in a situation whereby the youths are so, tired of the whole thing, maybe tried every other best to make the nation, to make a change. But come 2023 election, let's assume the youth came out large and voted and do several things to make it work. And there is always this bribery and corruption that we cannot say. And we said, okay, Peter Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu. Okay, in these three now, we said Tinubu is an elderly man. Atiku is a grown. Okay, we say thinking maybe or Peter Obi. What do you? Okay, for example, you choose Peter Obi. At the end of the day, we found out Tinubu is the one in charge. So what is the
there are still more coming out?
Game?
Believe me.
Let INEC that the youth have to face.
Let INEC release the list of contestants. There's still going to be more than those three options. I am very sure.
So we still don't know our candidates yet.
You don't know. Wow. And let us take this posture. We ask you questions, you answer. Because that's one of the mistakes we made in the past. APC brings this one out. They give us a list of the things they are going to do. I have never witnessed in any interview where Buhari was asked the question of what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see it. This time we must learn a lesson. Any one of them coming forward, we have to ask them, what do you have in your head? What do you put on the table? How do you intend to plan it, navigate it to make Nigeria better than what it is today. Once we start prodding them like that, they know we are serious. And that is what I'm encouraging these youths to do. Don't just let them come because APC chose them or PDP chose them.
Okay, so how will you represent us, for security purposes during this election? Because majority of youths are only thinking about what has happened before. It should not happen to them again, because everybody love their lives. So how will you help us, or will you assure us, or you go before us, or make a grant for the youth to be secure during the election, ma'am?
You will be secure during the election if we get to that point. Because the way things are going now, let's think, it's so cloudy. Some people are crying out for referendum. I think the youth should know the options. Some groups in Nigeria are crying out for referendum. Break down this government and let us start again. Some people are for federalism. For one thing, this democracy we are involved in is too damn expensive. One Nigeria cannot make the decision, but all of us, hearing the pros and cons, will have to decide which one is best for us. Some people are still saying, let's go on with democracy and the party and choose people that are creditable. If that is possible also, it's a solution. But we're not going to make a mistake where APC or PDP just choose one person. That person has to show up. We've got to ask you, what's in your brain? What do you have to offer us? If you don't have anything, that thing can cause trouble. But I'm telling the Nigerian youths, rioting is not a solution. When we get to that point, there are so many stakeholders that we can bring into the stage. If the government is not going to do the right thing, the youths have an option to bring some stakeholders in. But we have to talk. We have to understand what is going on. So, no killing of each other, no strikes. If we have to strike, it has to be the consensus of everybody, so that the enemy will not have a chance to hurt us.
Thank you, ma. Generally, economical aspect of it, fuel, dollar, food, as in, what do you think Nigeria is turning into? Poverty nation? Do you agree? Because in my look, I say Nigeria is really suffering.
It's suffering.
Food.
But I wouldn't call it a poverty nation. And it will never be a poverty nation.
Amen.
Because we are one of the richest people on earth. When you talk of natural resources, the opportunities God has given us to make things better, we have it. Only we need to now put our heads together and do the right thing. Nigeria can never be a poverty nation. We will rise. We will rise again. But the youths have to rise and join hands with us, the elders, and make sure we get a better Nigeria.
Thank you so much, ma. It's my pleasure having you here on this episode today. You talk about, and for all of you watching, I want to say thank you. If you still have comments or any question to ask, kindly drop your comment and it will be responded to. And as well, join me every Tuesday on this episode. You talk about Efziba Akiwande, and my guest for today once again is Mrs. Abimbola George. Your voice to the youth, ma, before we go.
Youths, you are the future of tomorrow. So you need to be thinking. You need to be focused. You can only help us if you are focused and right thinking. All those things that are buried within your heart that you want to do can only be possible when you work with people that are the same thinking with you. Please don't do anything except you really come to the table and talk with the elders and see which way to go so that you don't get killed at random.
Thank you so much, ma. Some of our people are commenting. They want you to respond to them. But because of our time, I I will not be able to proceed on this comment, but she will respond to you after now, and you can as well she can as well communicate with you. So, but for now, we have to go. We have to call it a day. And my name once again is Sefziba Akiwande. Youth Talk About on this episode. See you next Tuesday with another episode. And I'm all yours, Ombu Efziba Akiwande on Flip TV. And for me and my team, we say goodbye.